President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ahead of 2027 presidential election, in which his unpopularity is growing by the day, is taking a gamble on the national chairman of APC, Abdullahi Ganduje, and the vice president, Kashim Shettima. According to report, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu decided to sacrifice these two people in order for him to be able to get a mileage in northern Nigeria in particular, as his popularity, if any, has continued to dwindle. Don't forget that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself was one of the most unpopular candidates in the last election. He was one of the most unpopular presidential candidates in the last election. And if you look at the result, despite the fact that he was the candidate of the ruling party, he performed abysmally. And it is believed that it was only INEC was able to push him across the finishing line. That's what many Nigerians believe. Even though the Supreme Court has ruled in his favor, but in the hearts and minds of Nigerians, it's only INEC that push him across the finishing line. And if you look at the data by INEC, the official record of that election, it was an election that the European Union monitoring group described as deeply flawed. So it was an election that EU monitoring group, unbiased group, say it was not free and fair. Of course, they didn't like that verdict. They began to attack European Union monitoring group in the media. But that election, if you go by the record from INEC, the official record, Bola Ahmed Tinubu got the least mandate to govern Nigeria by any presidential candidate in Nigeria's history. He got only 8.7 million votes according to INEC. Alhaji Musa got 6.9 million votes. Peter Obi got 6.1 million votes. Rabi Musa Kwankwaso got 1.4 million votes. And other people, including Sowore, who got less than 15,000 votes. All those, if you add it up, it's about over 15 million Nigerian voters rejected Bola Ahmed Tinubu. His victory was a narrow one. And that was why there was no record of any jubilation from any section of the country when he was announced by INEC as the winner of the election. Unlike other people who have emerged president of Nigeria in recent time, nobody jubilated that Tinubu has emerged the president of Nigeria. No ordinary Nigerian was seen on the street celebrating his emergence. That's an indication of how unpopular he was before the election. And he's handling the country in the last 2 years has also shown that the millions of Nigerians, the over 15 million Nigerians who rejected him, over 15 million voters who rejected him, they were not wrong. And his unpopularity keep on increasing by the day. A recent poll by the coalition, groups, to ensure that he doesn't return in 2027, found out that in most part of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's unpopularity rate, his disapproval rate is 91%. It's unprecedented in Nigeria's political history. So these fundamental facts might have informed his decision to look inward and sacrifice some people who he think may not add value ahead of 2027. And the two people he believed that he can sacrifice, because we are going to use numbers to show that Tinubu is obviously sacrificing them because they don't have the numbers. And Tinubu is desperate to get the numbers because he's unpopular. even when he was in Benue State recently over the killings in that state, he admitted it when he was talking to stakeholders that he was deeply unpopular. He admitted it. So despite all the defections by the elite to the APC, the ordinary people of Nigeria, you know that they don't like him. Not because they have any personal hatred towards him. It's because he has increased their suffering. He has increased their pain. He has increased the lack of capacity to protect lives and property, as happened in Benue. Okay, so he needs big men who can capture votes. And when you hear about people that can capture vote, oftentimes it's not in line with the due democratic process. That's why he needed someone like Yesomike who can capture vote in reverse. Now he's looking to capture Kano. That is what was being claimed. And let us look at who came up with this idea. You know that the APC national chairman, he has resigned. Okay, the reason for his resignation was that to take care of his health. Okay, this was a man that was talking loudly the other time of what will happen in 2027. All of a sudden, he is no longer well. He has to go and take care of his health. He was one of the most sycophantic in the APC leadership, always wearing Tinubu style cap in recent time to show his loyalty. But that was not enough for Tinubu to throw him under the bus, because he is not ready to offer to Tinubu. He is not going to offer to Tinubu what Tinubu needs in 2027. He needs numbers. He needs numbers. Who can give him the numbers? And Buba Galadima, a close associate of Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, the former governor of Kano State and the presidential candidate of the new Nigerian People's Party in the 2023 presidential election, said that while he is not aware about the potential of Kwankwaso defecting to APC, because one of the reasons that political analysts are given for Ganduje's resignation was that Tinubu has reached an agreement with Kwankwaso to return to APC. And right now in APC in Kano, Ganduje, before his resignation, was the captain of the ship. And you know, that kind of ship will not accommodate two captains that don't see eye to eye. As a result of that, Ganduje has to give way. But why did President Bola Ahmed Tinubu give preference to why was he able to sacrifice Ganduje for Kwankwaso? It is because he believed that Kwankwaso has the numbers. Kwankwaso can be able to deliver more votes than Ganduje. That's fundamentally the reason that he has to be sacrificed. He couldn't be trusted to be able to generate the kind of vote that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is worried about 2027, given his unpopularity on the streets. So he can't trust Ganduje that Ganduje can be able to deliver to push him across the line in the next election by INEC. Now this is what Buba Galadima, a close associate of Kwankwaso, said. He was reported to have said, "I'm not aware of the defection plan. However, I know Kwankwaso and Ganduje have personal issues. I'm equally aware that there was a meeting of APC stakeholders and the presidency 3 days ago, where they agreed that Ganduje and Shettima should be sacrificed to bring a new set of people into government and the party. Buba Galadima reportedly said. So there was a meeting that was held at the presidency. In that meeting, the presidency had with stakeholders that it was agreed that Ganduje and Shettima should be sacrificed in order for a new set of people to come into government and the party. Interesting. Now, let us look at the fundamental reasons why these two people were vulnerable. I'm talking about Ganduje and Shettima, the two people that Buba Galadima said that it had been concluded in a meeting that the presidency held with APC stakeholders, that these two people shall be sacrificed. Now, the reason is in the numbers that I will give you now. In the 2023 presidential election, Kwankwaso of the NNPP won Kano with 997,279 votes, followed by Tinubu, who got 517,341 votes. Now, despite this vote number, which was high, which was a big number, Tinubu struggled. As I said earlier on, it is believed that INEC pushed him across the line, was able to push him across the line. So you can see that Tinubu is looking at this number that Kwankwaso was able to get. So what is it's been alleged that Kwankwaso may likely be the replacement for Shettima in the 2027 election. He may be the person from the Northwest. You know, already the deputy Senate president is being touted as the person that could be the running mate of Tinubu in 2027. But if he is not the one, another person from Kano, because deputy Senate president is from Kano, and that person that is from Kano that has bigger weight than the deputy Senate president is Kwankwaso. It has already been rumored that he may come in to be the vice presidential candidate to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are looking at it that it will be the game changer for Tinubu, because Kwankwaso has the numbers more than Ganduje. The staggering number that Kwankwaso was able to generate in Kano is enticing to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And you can see that Kwankwaso beat Tinubu in Kano with over 400,000 votes. But let us go to Borno, where Shettima comes from. What was the result? And in Kano, it's also important for us to note that Kano has about 5 million registered voters. That's a big number. It has about 5 million registered voters. And Tinubu is eyeing the numbers that are loyal to Kwankwaso. Now let's go to Borno, where Shettima comes from. In 2023 election, Tinubu won in Borno. He won. He won in Borno, but the votes, the figures coming from Borno is abysmal compared to what Tinubu needed in 2027. Tinubu won in Borno with 252,282 votes. 252,282 votes. Atiku Abubakar of the PDP came second with 190,920 votes. P2B came third, 7,205 votes. Alhaji Musa Kwankwaso came fourth, 4,626 votes. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Tinubu was able to beat Atiku with only 60,000 votes. Only 60,000 votes. So you see that in terms of number, the number is getting scarce for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. So he needed somebody who can bring the numbers, who can increase the numbers. So he is ready to sacrifice Shettima, who can bring only 252,000 votes, for somebody like Kwankwaso who can bring over 900,000 votes. That is what is really playing out. So Tinubu is sacrificing these two people, Ganduje and Shettima, according to Buba Galadima, that he is sacrificing these two people. I only have broken it down for you to understand what could have informed President Tinubu's decision to sacrifice these two men. But is that enough for Tinubu to win? Well, it depends on what it means. Does it mean that Kano people, despite all the suffering they are passing through, despite the rate of the Naira, the 40%, over 40% food inflation, Naira at over 1,600, and all the sufferings and killings across the country, that Kano people will just vote for Tinubu because Kwankwaso says so? It remains to be seen. But what cannot be denied is that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is very unpopular, especially from the poll that was conducted by the opposition coalition that indicated that in most of the country, Tinubu is having 91% disapproval rate. Will sacrificing Ganduje and Shettima save him? That is a question I'm also posing to you. What is your view? Do you think that Tinubu sacrificing Shettima and Ganduje will save his presidency in the 2027 election? Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.